At impact, a club face can be open or rightward pointing, either way you want to say it, meaning it's pointing out to the right. It can be closed or leftward pointing, and it can be what we call square or straight. You can hit a slice. A slice is defined as a shot that goes out and curves to the right. You can hit a slice from any of those positions. Most people think a slice, it has to be an open club face. Most people think, some people know you can actually hit a slice from a square club face, but you could actually hit a slice with a closed club face. So for those of you that are trying to take your club face and point it well to the left at address, that has the potential to exaggerate your slice. I'll get into the details in a minute. So that's why it's not so easy to just, I'm going to do this with it and be okay. There's different reasons for why a slice occurs. But ultimately, a slice occurs, or a rightward shot occurs, when the club face is, we're assuming a right-handed golfer here. I know we want to muddy this up by being lefties. A slice occurs when the club face is more open than the path of your swing. Okay, so I'll show this. It's a little easier to show it than say it. If I have a swing coming into the ball, this is going to represent the path of my swing. So the club head travels in space and makes a path. The path could be like a loop. The path could be the opposite way. If that club is traveling at impact that way, that's called an outside-in path. Okay, it's coming from the outside in. If the path is coming from this way, it's called an inside-out path. Everybody see that? Okay, inside's close to you, outside's away from you. That defines the path. Whenever the face is more to the right than the path, the ball is going to the right. So I can have a path that is, let's call it 0. It's right at the target. Can everybody see that that stick is pointed at the target, the flag? If my face is anything to the right of 0, the ball is going to the right. Okay, can you see where the face is more to the right than the path? Does that make sense, everybody? Okay. If my path is moving that way, anytime my face is to the right of the path, the ball is going to the right. So that means that, let's say that this path is going, representing 10 to the left, a factor of 10 to the left, 10 degrees, even though I know it's like 30, okay? 10 to the left. If my face is 9 degrees to the left, my ball is going to go to the right. If my face is 8, 7, 6, 5, it's still going to the right. The more the face is open relative to the swing path, that's what causes a slice, or a rightward shot, I should say. Is that okay, at least for now? Okay. Now, great. I mean, that's geometry, that's science, physics, whatever word applies. I don't profess. I failed them all. But, okay, that's great. We understand that. But now, eventually we're going to have to figure out how we're going to put that into play for you. How are we going to fix this? All right? So again, anytime your face is to the right of your path, that ball is going to the right. So that's why so many people think, oh, I'm going to fix my slice by doing this. I'm going to close the face. Well, they might close it, but their path is still moving too far to the left. Too far to the left. So you have to make adjustments to both sometimes, right? Understood? So you can choose. You can choose whether you're going to fix the face or the path. Some folks like to fix the face first and not have it be as open. Some folks like to fix the path and not have it be as across. We'll show you some ways to do both today. All right? I choose, in most cases, to see what we can get out of the path first. A lot of times it doesn't work, then we go to the face. It depends. Okay? That's what we try to do. Any questions so far? Okay. I don't expect anybody to be leaping up and totally like having a revolutionary moment and ready to have their slice fixed. We're going to get to the how-tos in a little bit. All right. So we'll take that for a second. So here's some reasons why we get a path. We're going to address the path first. The path being too much across the ball. By the way, I kind of missed one thing. Anybody play pool? If you hit a pool ball on the low left, which way does that ball spin? You hit it on the left, which way does it spin? It spins rightwardly, or that would be clockwise, correct? Anybody want to help me? I failed that one too. So it spins in a clockwise fashion. Okay. Now, people use the word side spin. A golf ball really doesn't side spin. The axis of the ball spins. So if there was a line going through that side of the ball and this side of the ball, like an axis, it actually just tilts the axis and makes it go to the right. But if you hit the low left, like you're driving a nail into the low left, that makes the ball go to the right. So think about it this way. Most slicers are creating a situation where they're coming into the ball this way from the outside in. They're hitting the ball more toward that low left quadrant, and then they're putting a tilt on the ball that makes it curve off to the right. And then the ball hits, and it goes more to the right. Have we all seen that before, that banana curver, and it goes more to the right. That's a lot of times what's happening. So the very first thing you want to understand is look at that. It's like all the girls used to chase me around in college. Okay. The first thing you want to understand is that you want to be coming into the ball. If you were driving a nail into the ball, you're better off driving that nail like this. That's what we're going to call a more inside path. You're creating a situation, no matter how you want to do it, where you're getting the golf club coming in that way, and it will feel like you're hitting more the outside right quadrant of the ball. So this is the outside right there. You're driving a nail right into there. Everybody see and understand that? Okay, good? Into there. That's going to create a tilting of the ball to make it curve that way. So let's say we're standing on a hole. This is where it gets strange. Let's say we're standing on a hole, and out to the right is the water. Most of us try to swing so that we're pulling the ball away from the water. It's the natural reaction. I'm going to pull it away from the water. What does that do to the golf ball? Yeah, we'll use the word spin for now. It makes it curve, or it makes the axis of the ball curve to the right or tilt to the right. Let's just go with spin. Anyone watching this that's an engineer, I'm sorry. So we're going to move that out to the right. So the more you try to pull the ball away from the trouble, the more it goes that way. So we all know by now golf's a very opposite game. The more I try to swing at the trouble, the more the ball will curve away from it. So that's an important thing for starters. That's a little bit of a leap of faith, isn't it? Okay. So for those of you slicing, a very quick fix is to work on getting your club path coming more from the inside. Is that for me again? Is that for me? Coming from the inside, working into what feels like the outside right part of the ball. That's going to put a movement on the golf ball that makes it curve to the left. Come on now, do it for me. All right, I can keep my certification. That's a really hard curve to the left. What is that? 32 yards to the left. It's out of bounds, but I told you we'd cure the slice. So 32 yards to the left. All right. So that action produced a huge hook. That's going to be it. We'll fix the next class. I better not go home and tell my wife I'm a hooker. So anyway, so that's a way you fix it. So now I created a situation there where my club came 10 degrees from the inside. Remember, 0 was straight to the target. So 10 degrees from the inside. So for those of you that like a clock analogy, pretend that 12 is out there, 6 is here, and then 3's out there and 9's behind me. I came in from like a 730 and swung more out toward like a 130. Okay? I swung out to the pond. For those of you that like more of a movement perspective, the club almost hit my right leg. It almost came in here, as opposed to the slicer is going to have the club usually more out here. Okay? Not always, but usually. Does that make sense? All right, so we have a path that's in here as opposed to a path that's out here. That's how you adjust the path.